What's up, family? Welcome to the Mental Game Podcast, man. Man, I don't know why. I don't know why, man. I just been I don't know why I just thought of it. I don't know why I've been having a craving for like seafood and Chinese.
You know what? Me too, bro. Me too. Don't front. Me
I
too.
don't know what
Me
that's
too.
about. I don't know if that's a good thing, or bad thing, because they say when you start craving stuff, in today's culture, when they talk about you start craving stuff, they be like, something's going on. You got a parasite or something. Like, what the
Oh
world?
Lord.
Now I got
Nah,
tapeworms. Come on,
nah,
man.
it's just good food, bro. It's just good food. Come on, man. You know we grew up in New Orleans, bro. It's just good food.
Yeah, man.
You can't beat
Yeah,
it.
bro.
You
Yes,
know, it's all
indeed,
it is what
dog.
it is.
Nah, but I don't know why. I just had to say that.
Now
But
see you messed me up. Now I want some now. See you tripping.
not for real. I'm finna go look on Instacart or
DoorDash.
Grubhub when we finish and probably order like a family meal or something.
See, there
You
you
know what I'm
go.
saying?
I'm coming to your house.
I can't just be looking out for myself.
Yeah, I'm coming to your
No.
house, man.
Well, y'all, I just want to welcome everybody to the Mental Game Podcast. This week, I have my big brother on here, the brother of brothers on
Hey,
here. Let me tell y'all something. Like anybody I know, speaking for anybody I know, anybody's brother I know, I'll put this brother up against your brother any day of the week, any month, any year. Pick a year. I put my brother up against your brother, man. This is the brother of the decade, of the universe, of the whatever, man. Whatever you need, this is the brother. You know what I'm saying? My big brother Marcus that made so many sacrifices. I can't count on my own hands. You know what I'm saying? I cut mine off and give them to him. He's the most emotional, in touch brother that I know. Well, the rest of us is kind of like hotheads. Um, but he's the one that kind of bring it back for all of us. Kind of keep us all grounded. We have a dispute, he'd be the one to get us talking again. And any sibling, any sibling. This episode, I want to kind of start like a little music series. Next week we got Kimberly, and I think the week after that is gonna be Father's Day. So I'll probably do like a Father's Day episode. Then after that, I got to talk to my mother-in-law to try to get her on here, so we could talk about having a positive mentality in the music industry. Um,
there you go.
this week's episode is called "Hidden Gems and Healing: A Music Connoisseur's Take on Mental Wellness." Now, the reason I call this that because my brother here is a music connoisseur. He taught me everything I know about music. Any type of game I needed on music, I need a gem that needs to be found. He done found it. So, I wanted to get him on this podcast. Just talk about
Appreciate it.
the healing in this music, that we
Mm.
have. Um uh we're gonna explore and just how he discovers and curates his playlist, and and how it helps with regulating your emotions and healing and oftentimes connection, because he kind of helped me in the beginning connecting with my current wife,
Yeah.
to be, because he had found a song, and that song kind of, I guess, skid along our little relationship that we have. Just go
Appreciate
ahead, bro. I'm gonna give you the flow. Just go ahead and introduce yourself, just for the people that might be tuning in for the first time, watching my podcast for the first time. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
on, man. Well, I appreciate those kind words, bro. Man, look, I try to serve, bro. That's my main reason, you know what I'm saying, for being on this earth. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And like I said, bro, you, J Rock, my poo, Aaron, I love y'all, man. Even Ryan, Jamie,
Love you
Alex,
too, bro.
Dominic. Yeah, that's my main goal, bro, and is to just unite, you know what I mean, and just show God's love. You know what I'm saying? We the love that we have for people, bro, is not enough. You gotta show God's love to everybody, dog. Even the people that piss you off, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, y'all see on the screen, my name is Mad Dawg Marcus. Second second oldest to Denise and James, you know what I mean? People have been on here, well, you new subscribers. You know, I'm the second oldest. JJ, that's my dog. You know, that's my baby bro. You know, I always showed him everything that I had. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, the sacrifices, I don't even count the sacrifices because, you know, hey, this is my little brother, my baby bro. I try to get him as close to me as possible. You know what I'm saying? We all gonna deviate and have our own way, but you know, like I said, my baby bro, I tell him every year for his birthday, he keep growing, and I'm proud of him every year. I mean, every day I get proud of him of his projects and how he's growing as a young man. You know, I used to change this dude diapers, so him and Kim. So, you know what I mean? So that's how far back we go. I changed his boy diapers. His boy peed on me plenty of times and all that stuff, but it's all I still like
Man, you had to tell everybody I was a diaper sniper,
hey,
man.
you was a diaper
Golly, man.
sniper. You was a diaper sniper, dog, but it's all good.
Nah, for sure, man. Well, since we talking about music and hidden gems and stuff like that, what song you been vibing this week?
Oh, you know what? It depends, bro. It depends on the mood, dog. Like I mainly, you know, who I've been on lately has been October London.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I've been on him
yeah.
heavy. I've been on
He
him
just had a
heavy.
concert recently out here, I believe. I think
I wish
Courtney
I'd have
went.
known that.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I wish I'd have known that. I love that dude, man. Like you know, like no
yeah.
homo, no diddy, but
No
yeah, the
Diddy.
dude good. You know, because if you look at it, Jay, nowadays, you know, especially like when you was younger, bro, it was like you know me though. My favorite music is R&B, right? You
Absolutely.
know,
Mine too. Mine
yeah,
too.
yeah, right. Cause I read you on that, right? But
Exactly.
like
Exactly.
nowadays, it's not a lot of artists that's R&B and that's strictly just R&B. He not trying to rap, but he not trying to. He just strictly just R&B. He got this
Right.
song called "Take Me to Your Place."
Man,
Man,
yeah. Classic.
I could listen to that
Instant
song.
classic.
Yeah, I could listen to that song back to back to back to back. I love that song. Maybe because I like Marvin Gaye, but it
Hmm.
just reminds me of that. He got that. He sounds like him, dog. And Marvin Gaye is one of the goats.
I
You know what I'm
agree.
saying? But you know,
Totally agree.
yeah, bro. So October London is what I've been bumping lately. But you know, I always do my old school R&B, dog. You know,
For
that's
sure.
just you know that's what I do. That's my lane.
Well, man, I'm kind of like I know every day I'm discovering somebody new.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
For me this week, I like. It's obvious. I'm an R&B dude.
Of course, you better
Sam
be.
calls me Sam called me the lover boy.
Hey, you ain't steal it.
Because all I listen to is all I listen to and all I vibe to is R&B music.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like rap. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Rap is probably my second. You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Likewise.
It's definitely R&B, rap,
Yeah.
probably popular music, and then it's country after that. You know what I'm saying? So well, I listen to rock and stuff like that. I listen to everything because I like to say you're not a fan of music unless you listen to everything in music, every piece of music. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like, now correct me if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments how you feel about that. But that's how I feel. I feel like if you're gonna be a fan of music, listen to everything. At
You
least
got
give
to.
it a chance. At least say I tried it, it wasn't for me. You can do that, I can respect it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm always going on a discovery path. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type I listen to Spotify,
Yeah, me too.
YouTube Music, and Amazon, and I'll listen to one artist and I'll let the list just go. And
Mhm.
like, I pick a song and just let the list go and see what I can find. This week I've been jamming this dude named Devon Culture. I don't
Mm.
know if you heard of him. I
Nah.
don't know if he's a new artist. Like I don't really be paying attention to that because I done been in instances where I tell somebody an artist and Terica would be like, "Ah, yeah, he been out and he got this on, this on, this on." Like, okay. Well, I'll slide them songs in my playlist and give him a chance. But this dude Devon Culture, he got a song called Nine, and I just like the vibe of the song. You know what I'm saying? I love the song. I've been
Check them out.
yeah. Check him out. I've been kind of going through his music and like similar artist music this week. So that's been
How you spell it?
Devon culture. Culture is just like culture.
Okay,
Devon.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, I like his music and he kind of gives me a vibe of a old soul, but I know it's new music. It's new style music, but he kind of gives me an old soul appeal.
That's what it's really, that's what it's really all about, bro. Like if you can find somebody like now, back in the day, they put those artists out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And you can hear them and see them, but now it's like, it's so many,
you
so
gotta
many things
find
you
them.
can go.
You
Yeah, you
gotta
gotta
find
you
them
gotta
nowadays.
find them because they're not playing it on popular radio.
No, they're not.
So like I remember back in the day, you can ask Kaz and J Rock and Raw. Man, we used to listen to FM 98 if we wanted those hidden gems. You know what I mean? Like, like people like
Point five.
yeah, 98.5. My New Orleans people know who that is.
Yes,
Like
indeed.
you if you want to get like a Rome. I remember old school people Rome and a few good men and men of vision. Like I'm like I said, bro, I got some music. I made a list because
Oh
I'm ready
man,
for you. I'm
I
ready
already
for you.
know.
I
Nah,
knew
nah,
you was
nah,
gonna
nah,
hit
nah.
me.
I ain't gonna do you like that, son. I ain't gonna do you like
All right,
that.
I'll just check it.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna just put it out there, man. Like if y'all seen my brother's library of CDs,
yeah,
yeah, you'd be embarrassed, dude. Like like not even. It look even worse if he had the cases for all these CDs. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? But
And I
like you
still
remember
got it.
how I seen a
I still
meme every
got it.
time I see this meme, dog. I think about you, bro, because you was one of them people that had them books.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, with all the
Mm,
CDs in it. Not never
yeah.
mind the spindles and
Yeah. Yeah.
in the shelves and stuff like that. Like them books with you like I
Mm-hmm.
mean artists upon artists
Yeah.
upon
Yeah.
artists upon
Oh
artists.
yeah.
Every time I
Yeah.
see that
Yeah.
meme, I think about you.
Yeah.
But
I got a lot. I got a lot of them.
nah, but so how does music, like in your opinion, how does music influence your mood or your mental state?
It's a big part, bro. Like nowadays you got podcasts to kind of take your mind off of things, but music, man, what music does, bro, it depends on the artist. It takes me back to that time.
Got
You
you.
know what I mean? Like I have like in my car, which you drove, I have like a USB stick where I just throw music on there.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it could be a random song that play, and it take me right back to when I first heard that song. You know what I'm saying? So it takes me back to that place a lot. So that helps out, especially when 45 traffic. That's ridiculous. I need it. You know what I mean?
I'm listening to you. I keep hearing on my end. I got okay. I would just tell you, I'm in two Madden leagues right now, right?
Okay. Yeah. We
And
could
so
deviate.
my Discord is going crazy right now because
Okay. Good.
yeah,
Going
yeah.
crazy in a good or bad way.
I'm trying to mute it right now. I'm sorry. I apologize, bro. I apologize.
Nah,
That's
nah,
on
nah,
me.
nah.
That's
It's all
on me.
good,
That's
brother. Hey, you a busy man, brother. I'm good. I wish I had the time for that. But nah,
no,
the music nowadays, like if I listen to it, I got my USB and it just plays random music. So if I hear a song, it puts me back at that place where I
right.
was. You know what I'm saying? It takes me back to when I was a kid, listening to Anita
Mhm.
Baker and Sade and stuff Mama used to play. So yeah, that's what it does. It and that helps out, and that kind of wants me. You know what I'm saying? In my mind. To it
Right.
depends on what it is, bro. To be honest with you, it depends on whatever music it is.
You think different people feel the same? Like, you know what I'm saying? I know I do. I know that I think about it the same way, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There's always memories in music.
Yeah, 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 absolutely.
There's always a song you could tie to something.
Yes, yeah,
You
yeah,
you think do you
absolutely.
think it's like do you think it's the same like that for everybody?
It should be. Like I said, you have music that reminds you of different people, different times. Could be
Mhm.
good or bad times. You know what
Right,
I
right,
mean?
right.
But music is a emotional thing. I always go back to that movie, Sinners. Right,
Yeah,
one of
yeah,
my
yeah.
all time.
Absolutely.
Like you listen to that
Powerful, powerful.
powerful movie. I love that movie.
Mhm.
Like, but if you see how music brings spirits, let's just say that.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
I was
So
gonna
it's
say
like,
brings cultures together,
yeah,
but yes,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, exactly. So everything, like you said, everything kind of came from the blues. Every genre, like they showed in the movie. I don't want to spoil it, but in
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
movie, it showed all the genres come together.
If you haven't seen it, y'all need to go see it, man.
You definitely
I
need to
think
go
they
see it.
didn't. Did they extend it again?
They might have. It made 15 million last week.
Man, look, y'all need to get out there and see that movie, man. I'm tired of.
Last
I'm tired
I'm
of.
gonna go see.
No
Me and my
spoiler
wife
alert.
gonna go
Nah, nah.
see it.
Go see the movie.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's been what 2 months, a month. It's
Yeah,
when
yeah. I
came
think it's
out
been a
Good
month.
Friday.
I think it's been a
Yeah,
month.
Good Friday. Yeah, yeah. Go see it. You doing yourself a disservice if you don't go see it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So music, like music transcends, bro. Like I said, that's That's just what it do. So anytime you listen to music and it puts you in a place, that's a good thing. But
Right.
sometimes it could be for the bad too. You can listen to something and make you
And
want to go kill somebody. So
yeah,
it's on that fence. Nah, for real. It's on
it,
that it's on that
nah,
fence.
I know, I know. Trust me, I know. That's why it's funny. It's like, dang,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah,
music. I think music is a powerful thing. Um,
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
like and then on the opposite side of that, I believe music can get you through a lot of things. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
Like what I'm going through. Like I'm feel like I'm having difficulties at my job, and you know, thank God I drive trucks and I have a radio,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah,
able to
there you
listen to
go.
music, it kind of brings me down, brings me
Yeah,
back to, and centers me, saying so to speak, and kind of gets my mind off things other than talking to these other crazy truck drivers out there.
yeah,
But you know what I'm saying? It just that's my thing, you know what I'm saying? I love music, like that song Love Brought Me Back. Yeah, music definitely brings me back when I'm in a terrible mood. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. It'll do it, man. You gotta find and you gotta have that. My thing is personally, you gotta have that go to. You gotta have that go to song to go to
Mhm.
to get you in a good place. Like always, like my wife, she loves gospel.
Mhm.
I don't want to say guys. The gospel's putting it in a box. This music singing about God. We listen to it every time we was in her car because it's her car.
Mhm.
As we sets it up, you know what I'm saying? Her Bluetooth is set up to it, so we listen to it and even dealing with traffic and dealing with whatever we deal with on the way to church or wherever
Mhm.
we go to when we're together on the weekend, it kind of calms you down. You know what I'm saying? That listening to that spiritual stuff. Like I said, with me, I have a mixture. I really don't like to listen to rap when I'm with my kids, but like I said, I
Mhm.
don't with my USB. I don't know what it's gonna play, so it just plays
Right.
random. If it's something that I know is too much, I try to skip it. You know what I'm saying, and listen to like more R&B. You know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But the kids be snitching on me to their mom and be, "Dad, listen to that cursing music." I'm like, as long as you don't say it, long as you don't say it, you should be all right. You don't know what it
Nah,
means,
for
so
real.
it is what it is.
He does. When they in the car with me, Radio Disney. Y'all
Yeah,
ain't gonna get me in trouble with y'all parents.
nah,
Radio
well,
Disney
I
activated.
appreciate that. I appreciate that, but like I didn't got no time.
Moana the whole way there.
Dude, and to tell you how much it do for kids, because Kayla she was a
Oh
different
man.
monster. Kayla would repeat it. If you see, you know what I'm talking about. Kayla will repeat every word. You know what I'm saying?
Kayla, I keep telling people shit. They don't like me telling these stories, but
No.
Kayla was that baby that scoot the fuck over.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And all that.
Kayla
I ain't
cursed.
gonna say nothing
Kayla,
else. I ain't gonna say
yeah,
nothing else,
yeah,
Chanel.
yeah.
I ain't gonna
Kayla
say
get
nothing else.
you. But these kids, they not like that.
Right.
They
Mm-hmm.
know what a bad word is, so they don't
Uh
say
huh.
it. But Kayla didn't care. Kayla was like, if you think about it, it's coming up. You know what I'm
Not
saying?
for
So
real.
but nowadays she not like that now. Obviously, she 18, but
Oh man.
back then, yeah, she was a monster.
No, so I like, okay, I got three. All right. Anxious, depressed, inspired. All right, we're gonna go with anxious. What genres of music or artists do you listen to when you're feeling anxious?
Oh, I listen to I go with the Isley Brothers, bro. When I'm feeling anxious, because they'll ride me out smooth, man.
I got you.
Listen to Ronnie.
Huh?
Yeah, that'll give me through, man.
Yeah,
That'll give me.
I got a new group. I don't know if they're a new group. Like I said, by the time I find these people, I don't know if they new or if they've been around. I got this new group called They.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I heard it.
Yeah, I think I told y'all about them.
Yeah,
When
you
I'm
told me
feeling
about them. Yeah.
anxious, when I'm feeling like real anxious, like overstimulated or something, like I'm just riled up, and I'm like, I don't know what it is. Is it coffee? Is it somebody got on my nerves or something? When I'm like amped up, anxious,
Yeah.
like they have a song called Blue Moon, and it's
Okay.
kind of like it's got that guitar and like it just sounds like a smooth ride, man.
Mhm.
Like it's
Mhm.
like a lot of their music. What I like about them, a lot of their music, it can they music it can do either or. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
they have particular songs in their music. It sounds like the '90s to me. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? It
Yeah, you
sounds
can't
like
beat that.
that smooth ride music that you used to have in the 90s that you could
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? If you had like a long drive, like, generally I'd be having sometimes, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I'll play that song to start out my day and, whatever else follows,
Yeah.
I'm right. Like,
Yeah.
I'm riding with you, YouTube, man. Whatever
Yeah.
you got, man.
It'd be like, yeah, I get that, and that's why I say Isaac Brothers, because they have their, from what I've been listening to, their catalog. I've been listening to them for a long time, and
Mhm.
their catalog is just,
Yeah,
mm,
man. The Isley Brothers been feeding people's
yeah,
feeding people's music.
yeah, yeah,
How can you say it? Music.
magic.
How yet for years, dude. Years.
Yeah, yeah. Like, if I put on a "Living for the Love of You" or some "Summer Breeze" or "Let's Spend the Night," say "Schwa the Night," man. I could just, and it's crazy. I don't know how good, I don't know how much you like the Isaac Brothers, but man, I got like a whole bunch of their albums, dog, from the '50s. You know what I'm saying? I
Goodness
go
gracious.
all the way back. Yeah, bro. Yeah. So
And
I put
I
all of
probably
that
done
on.
heard them. Dealing
Yeah.
with our mama. I probably done heard them.
Yeah. Well, you know what though? Mama don't like the Isaac Brothers. I'm
I
gonna tell you
probably
that.
still done heard them. Well,
Yeah,
okay. Well,
yeah,
let me
yeah,
blame
yeah.
my dad then, because I heard
Yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah. You
I
can
heard
blame. Yeah,
somebody.
yeah.
Somebody responsible for me hearing
Yeah,
the
mom.
Isley Brothers
Well,
somewhere.
maybe me though. Maybe me or Aaron. Because we just, we found them, and you know, it's been all love from me, from Aaron. I like all their stuff though. Like even their fast stuff is,
Hmm.
it's good, good.
Well, how about okay? Well, how about depressed? When you depressed, I know that's kind of like depression and anxiety kind of go hand in hand, but like obviously they two different things. Like, what about when you depressed? Like, what artists
Uh,
or what genre of music do you turn to when you depressed?
they got the genre. Mainly the genre that my wife listens to, the gospel genre, because that's like uplifting. You know what I'm saying? And it's always a song. They always got a song that pops up in my head when something goes on at work or on the road. So I
Mm,
mainly kind of listen to that. I love this song that when I get down, it's called. It's by Smokey Norfolk. It's called "I
okay.
Need You Now."
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's my favorite. I know that's a popular song, but that's like that. If I'm getting down, I listen to that, and that'll get me going. You know what I'm saying?
For
That'll get
sure.
me up. If I'm in that space, which I'm not, Jay, to be honest with you, bro. You know me, son. I'm up. Like, I try not to go there. But
Hmm.
yeah, if I get down or whatever, I listen to something like that, some gospel.
Yeah, I
William
got a few.
McDowell.
I
Yeah.
got a few myself. I know, like, see, if I go to God, like, I got three routes I can go. I got three routes I can go. I'm first since you mentioned gospel. If I go that gospel route, anything Fred Hammond, man, anything
Yeah, there
Fred
you go.
Hammond to
Fred Hammond. Fred Hammond is good, man.
will get me going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Fred Hammond
Um,
is good. Fred Hammond is a good one.
there, that's when, and a lot of times when I'm depressed, like I try not to listen to rap music because that'll just make I just turn depression turns into anger,
Yes,
and
there you
then
go.
anger turned
There
into
you go.
retaliation,
There you
and
go.
nobody wants that. You know what I'm saying?
No, no, no.
So I try to stay away from my rap playlist when I'm depressed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Generally I'll just go to like some old school R&B playlist that
Hmm.
just something remind me of, cuz like you said earlier, it take you back to,
Yeah. Take you back to that
a
time.
particular time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
like when we used to listen to Q93 and that's when I
Yeah.
used to record tapes. I got
Yeah.
that from your
Yeah.
your teachings, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
When a
Yes,
song used
sir.
to come on the radio, you press record on your
Play and
boombox
record
and you
and
make the
pause it.
tapes. Yeah, yeah. Not for real. So
See, remember that. You
um
know what's sad, Jay?
what's
This
up?
generation will never know that feeling.
Oh, nah. That's the same like how, we used to. I mean, well, they probably could still do it. I still remember the the voicemails and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You call people and people recording, like everybody thinks that's like, people look at me crazy when I say people used to do that. But like, nah,
That was
it
a
was a
thing.
time to be alive, definitely. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
And
You
I
was
was
right on the tail end of that.
man, and that's what I'm appreciative of, man. You just don't know, like, because there's some things like I have so many things uncommon with like some people that I know in my age bracket because I was raised by and with older individuals. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a lot of things I know that, some people my age be like, what? When was that? I'm like, nah, come on, you can't be serious.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah.
I had it's like a different dynamic because I also had older grandparents. You know what I'm
There you
saying?
go.
The easiest way for me to explain it to people is like, I just compare me and Terica. Terica's grandparents are the same age as my parents. And
Mm.
my grandparents were the same age as Terica's great grandparents.
Oh,
So
wow.
there
Okay.
was a lot of stuff that I was able to see, and because man, I tell people this all the time. My grandma still had a rotary dial phone and a what they call a speakeasy. You know what I'm saying? Like not a speakeasy. What's that thing called, man? You know what people used to have, like the little thing with the cubby hole with the phone books in it, and the phone used to be right there. She still had, I think, all the way up until she started getting sick. She had one of those. You know what I'm saying? She used to sit there. You know what I'm saying? She had to, use the phone books. Like a lot of people don't know what the phone books is. A lot of
I
people,
know.
not my age, a lot of people nowadays, they don't know. Like they
It's sad,
they will never know the feeling of having to go through yellow pages and white pages. And
man.
making sure you got things updated and stuff like that. But but thank
Man.
God for technology. You know what I'm saying? It's all at the palm of your hand. You just type it in.
Yeah.
I need a plumber. you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
something like
Thumbtack.
that. You feel me?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
anyway, I say all that to say is, you moving on. Like, I can go to that time. The songs they used to play on the radio in that time.
Yeah.
Um, but generally, what I do, I just go and look for a playlist. 2002 to 2005 or something like that, because that was a
Teenage. That was
yeah,
your
it was a
teenage
that was
years.
a decent time for me. It was a
Mhm.
tough time, but it was a decent time for me,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
wise. And then another route I'll go down is country music. You know what I'm saying? Generally, I ain't that type of person, but there's a lot of decent country music out here. Aaron just put me on another artist. I don't know if he country. He sound like he rapping, but this dude named Yellow Wolf. Like
Oh
it was
yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. For
it was
Eminem
kind of
now.
it was a
Yeah.
country song, but I was like,
Yeah.
man, this dude rapping, man. He ain't singing
Yeah.
no country.
I think he mixes. I think he
Uh huh.
mixes the genres. I
Man,
think he
and
mixes the genres. Yeah.
yeah. So and I kind of put like of course, um, a little bit of blues in that. I know it's weird to listen to blues music when you're depressed, but like
They'll put you there.
the stories is uplifting. It's something to come back from. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
me. That's me. That's me.
Yeah, nah. I mean, I though trust and believe. I get it, bro. Like, yeah, and it's easy to get depressed nowadays, bro, because there's so much going on. You got bills and
Mm-hmm.
wondering how you're gonna pay bills, and you got your kids, and
Mm-hmm.
you're on a whole different time frame with that, and you want to be conscious of what you listen to around the kids because you don't want it to influence them and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. Because like, if I could tell you, be honest with you, they didn't have rap like that when we were growing up,
Right.
shockingly. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy.
Especially playing on
Yeah.
the radio. Yeah, for real. Especially playing on
Uh-huh.
the radio. So we didn't have to worry about that with mama because obviously mama wasn't listening to rap. So,
Nah, nah, nah.
it was, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we never had that issue, but like you said, growing up and, having Kayla, you gotta be, you have a nine bug. Sometimes you gotta be mindful of what you listen to because you don't want that to influence. And I'm glad that like the stuff that I listened to when I had Kayla, she don't I don't want to say she don't like it, but it don't influence her
It
much. She
didn't
likes
really influence it.
yeah,
Yeah.
she really influence her to take a route, certain route where kids go, you know what I'm saying?
Got you, got you, got you.
You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it's all about.
I got you. So let me see. We're gonna skip inspired. I'm gonna bring that back at a later time. But what is the process when you're looking for new music? Or do you look for new music anymore
Honestly, I
in
really
these
don't.
days and time?
No, I don't. I don't
And I get it.
because
I get it.
because the music, like I just so happened to run into October London, but like now I have enough old school stuff, bro, where that lasts me a lifetime.
I
You
got
know
you.
what I'm saying?
And
So
man, and I'm gonna say this, dude. I'm gonna say this. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you should start your own radio station because I say that too, man, because when you actually listen to the radio nowadays, man, you hear them playing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? It's like the same songs
yeah,
every
every
hour.
hour,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Mhm.
and I'm sitting there I always sit there and think to myself when I'm listening to the radio. I say, man, all these like your catalog should be heavy right now. You know what I'm saying? You should have enough music to like you can start your playlist Monday and end it Saturday if you wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So like, and then have a whole completely different other playlist next Monday. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's a
Yeah.
lot. I believe there's a lot of music out there. You know what I'm saying? To not hear the same things over and over again. That's why I be thinking there's an agenda to it, but I'm not finna, I ain't finna go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah,
But
don't go down that rabbit
yeah,
hole.
yeah,
You know what though, Jay? You hit that right on the money. Let me tell you why. Because they got a partner at my work. He got at my job. He got hurt. He got
yeah.
hurt right after Thanksgiving, and he plays. I'm trying to Sunny 199. I don't know even in this day. They play.
I think it's Sunny 99.1, something
Yeah,
like that.
something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So he plays that, and it drives me up a wall. I've been working at my job for 12 years,
yeah.
and every year they start playing Christmas music before Thanksgiving.
How that go?
Dog, trust me, they do it, and they play the same, like you said, Jay, the same song every hour on the hour. So he got hurt. He
Yeah.
got hurt. He got hurt. He's good now, but he got hurt. He fell off.
I'm talking about. Just let you know. I'm gonna make sure you're good.
Yeah,
But I'm
so
talking about you.
yeah, that's my dog. You know, but he got hurt. So what I did, because the radio is by his workstation. It goes through the whole. You can hear it through the whole like our little area. So what I did, I put it on 102.1. I said I'm gonna listen to some R&B. I didn't put it on 97 because all that rap and all that stuff. But I said let me put it on 102 so I can mellow out with some R&B while I'm working. And when I tell you, that's how I found October London. When I think Miss Chanel was just randomly listening to the radio for some that, and I don't know why, because she always have it on her phone. But that song played, and I said, man, who is that? You know what I'm saying? I said, because I heard Taking Back to Your Place. Now I said, oh man, I think Chanel liked it too. I was like, oh, I gotta look this dude up. I Shazammed it, and I said, okay, I need to look this dude up. So every hour on the hour they played that Take Me to Your Place, and I said, you know what, this song was gonna get on my nerve, but it didn't, bro. I was actually looking forward to hearing.
Okay.
So it was not in my favorite. That one, and he has another song called Mulholland Drive, which is another nice little mellow
trying to
song.
think if I heard that one.
It's him and a chick singing on it. She on the second verse.
I think I might have heard that one.
You heard it, yeah.
This week. Yeah.
Those two songs they played on the hour of an hour.
Okay, so he's the one everybody's behind.
Yeah. He has some. He got. You know what? I wanted to send in the text thread. It'll be awkward to kind of send it now, but he made a song for his mama, and I wanted to send it in our thread. I wanted to put it in our thread on Mother's Day, but that just slipped. But we had so much going on for Mother's Day, as you know. I wanted to put. He made a song for his mama, and that's what made me like really like look, because we love mama, man. Mama, that's my baby.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Mama. Yeah, I love you, mama. But yeah, so he made a song for his mama, and I was like, yeah, he up down my list because if you can do a song for your mama in a whole R&B realm, if you get my drift, you good. That's why I love Tupac. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like, hey, damn, man, you talking all this, y'all, you talk about all this cookie. Yeah. Talk about your mama.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, mama, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank her cookie.
There you go. There you go.
Like, all right, man. This is kind of like a similar question. I'm going through my little questions right now. Like, could you walk us through like one playlist that you made that holds like a lot of emotional weight?
Oh, that's a good question. That's my old school R&B playlist, though.
Okay.
My old school R&B playlist, though.
Who you got on there? Like, who's your heavy hitters on that playlist?
Heavy hitters.
Y'all pay attention. Y'all get y'all pens out.
Nah, it's gonna be it's gonna be the usual, bro. It's gonna be, it's gonna be your Michael Jacksons, your Prince, your Montel Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Your R. Kelly, Joe. Yeah, Levert, Gerald Levert, Keith Sweat, Johnny Gill. New Edition. The usuals. Okay. That's my old school.
So,
yeah.
Now, why does those why do those like particular artists on that playlist? Why does it hold like such emotional weight when you?
Because
you know what I'm saying?
Well, because that's the music I listened to when I was growing up.
Gotcha.
You know
I
what I'm
got you.
saying? Yeah. So like
See,
I can tell you,
that's what you hold near and dear to your heart.
yeah. It's like I
Gotcha.
can tell you, back in the day, you was a little kid, you was like 2. But my favorite album of all time, I know we probably won't go there. We probably have to do that on another podcast. But my favorite album of all time is Any Heartbreak. You know, because my mama had the tape. She got the tape. Your mama used to get tapes and buy them for one song. You laughing because you know.
Yeah. Nah, yeah,
So
she did.
one song and that's it. You know. So she had the new
So
edition, and
mama,
I don't know.
hey, look. So hold on, bro. You telling
Mhm.
me mama single-handedly revolutionized the MP3 movement?
Pretty much though. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, nah,
Because
I don't
she
like
that's
that. I
what she
just like
did.
this song.
No, she just like that song, and you know, back in those days, they didn't really do like singles or
Nah.
whatever. So you just get the album and just get to that song, and you good. My wife is the
Mm-hmm.
same way. She'll listen. She when I first met her, she had got that Sean Paul album, and she'll go straight to that. You know, CD. You can go straight to the song. I was like, "Bitch, you don't like none of the others?" She's like, "Nah, I just like that one song." I said, "Well, why buy the album?" You know, like
Hey
see,
man,
we did.
boy, I'm
See,
glad
that's
you
what I'm
said
saying.
that. I'm
See,
glad
but
you
like.
said that, bro.
But yeah. So Any Heartbreak, that's my album. So she had that. I don't know what song she got that album for. I might ask her tomorrow. But she had that album. She never listened to it. So me and Aaron, I used to play it in my little radio, and I used to play it from front to back. And that's my all time. That album, no skips on that album.
I'm glad you said that because that's what's missing. I think that's what's missing with a lot of people nowadays, like in music in general. People just putting out like I mean I don't know the power struggle with deals and stuff like that, and artists be just having to put an album out to get from up under a deal. I understand that ties into everything, but that as I think me and somebody was talking about that like some time ago. Nobody really puts out a complete album anymore. Like you might have an album that might have two bangers, and the rest of the songs, like 30 seconds in the song, you're like, nah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember a time, man, where people put effort into songs, but intros and interludes, songs, hits, outros. The skits. I remember the skits was a thing. You know what I'm saying?
It
When I
wasn't
was
there.
coming up listening to music.
Yep.
And then you don't really hear it anymore. You don't hear anybody telling a story anymore. You know what I'm saying? You hear just somebody saying, just people saying stuff. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's really telling the story. Like I could appreciate, and a lot of people didn't. Like I could appreciate what Neo did that one time. What was that? What was that album Neo put out when he was like talking about that superhero lady that was a superhero? I can't remember. I'm bad. I'm bad. Like
Is that
it didn't get the appreciation it deserved.
is it the one into something woman?
Yeah,
Shoot.
I think he had that one on there.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
but like
She got
stuff
her
like
own
that.
thing.
Then
Yeah.
yeah, then you had Usher put out Rhythm City, and then I think Chris Brown had did one too. Trey Songz kind of did one, but Trey Songz kind of I like what he did with each of his videos. He kind of had a story behind him.
Dude, Trey Songz is the man, though.
Yeah. Uh, but I think that's what's missing in like, and I'm gonna say in R&B. Like I'm pretty sure there's artists out there trying to do it. Um, I know the Weeknd with his
I
album. I
love the
know a lot of
weekend.
people. Yeah.
Love
His
the weekend.
most recent album, the Dawn FM. Well, I think he got another one out, but the album I listened to recently, Dawn FM. That one was I like how he had it set up because the Weeknd had like every song faded into the other. I think I lost you, Mo. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Nah, no, I was just saying his album kind of one song faded into another, and how it played, how it went through, it was like a radio station.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? I could appreciate I appreciated that album. You know what I'm saying? Because that was something I had never. I don't think I ever heard anything like that with somebody like put out an album where it was like a whole radio station.
Did something
Uh
real quick.
oh. Yeah.
You good? You straight.
Yeah. You on now? You good? You good?
Yeah.
Nah, but dang, I'm trying to go through my question. I can't understand
You
my own
good? You
handwriting.
good?
Uh, like what's your take? Yeah, this the one. Like, what's your take on, because I deal with this too, you know what I'm saying, and trying to get like put my content out there and stuff like that. I deal with the algorithm, and the algorithm only delivers my message or my videos to a certain number of people, and if it's that's why I'm so big on share. You know, let the algorithm know this is worth watching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, share, like,
absolutely.
let your people know. But what's your take on how algorithms versus human curation like impact, like, um basically like how it used to be back in the day, like just organic word of
Mm.
mouth. Uh, what's the word? I can't think of the word. But like, what's that? You know, how do you? What's your take on how that impact, influences our connection with music today?
It's a big impact, just like you said with the radio, they playing the same music. So it's like you said, they trying to push who they want to push. But
Exactly.
back in the day, it wasn't like that. Back in the day, you had so many heavy hitters, bro. You had Whitney, you had R. Kelly, you had
Right.
so many people, you know what I'm saying, had so many people to go around where you're not hearing the same song. That's why uh back in the day when you had the tape and you had to press record and stuff, man, you can ask Aaron, bro. I had my radio right next to me. And we listened to a song and Aaron went, oh, kiss that. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, bro, like a lot of times, bro, me and Aaron had to do research on who sung a song because not all these they sound the same. But back
Yeah.
in those days, it was somebody new and you was like, oh man, like we were like when I first heard Tamia, I was like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? He played her video on it was a VH1 little station where they played nothing but
Mm.
R&B, slow jams and stuff, man. And Aaron and Ryan found a lot of people during that. You know what I'm saying? And that was just curated by, bro. If the song was hot, it was fire. Now, like you said, AI creates stuff, and it's just wild. Ain't nothing like you picking your own thing. Ain't nothing like that's what I do. Like I search for a song, and if I hadn't heard the song in a while, I just add it to my playlist and just keep adding it.
Mm.
Just keep adding songs and be like, oh man, I ain't heard that in a long time. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather that than an AI generated or algorithm type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when it just gets stale from there. You know what I
I
mean? I like
got
the
you. I
old
got you.
school. Yeah, I like the old school way though, where you was hearing music and me and Eric can tell you stories. You might should have got him, had me and him on here, because he's more of a music connoisseur. We both kind of share things, but he's more on the other end, the other
Oh
spectrum. I'm
yeah,
more
yeah,
R&B.
yeah. And Aaron definitely does like have an eclectic,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
got that
yeah,
word. I got that word from him. An
yeah, yeah, yeah,
eclectic
yeah. And
perspective
you know what?
on music.
He, and that's what I appreciate about him, bro, because like he wasn't stuck in that mud of just
Yeah,
listening to one thing. You know what I'm saying?
got
So
you.
he
Yeah,
put me on a lot of
absolutely. Yeah, that's
he
Aaron.
put me on
That's Aaron.
Madonna, all kind of people, man, that I would never
Mm.
listen. I said Madonna, man, but like, hey,
Yeah,
she got a lot of
he
little
put me on
songs.
that what's his name?
Yeah, yeah,
Majid Jordan.
Majid,
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah, Majid Jordan. It's I think me, him, I think all four of us, me, you, Raw, and Kaz, we all found the weekend around the same time because they used to play his music on World Star Hip Hop. They used to just
Mm.
have his videos and you ain't know who he looked like. They was just
Yeah,
playing his
man.
songs.
It's funny, dog, because I felt like I used to feel like the weekend, like his music. I'm like, that's vampire music. That's the type of music
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
It's like you hear that.
yeah,
I'm sorry, you gonna hear that one day in a Blade movie. Nah, for real, son. Like like
yeah,
nah. Everybody know what I'm
yeah,
talking about, man.
yeah,
We was
yeah,
doing all
yeah,
that, all them, hitting all them notes and stuff. Like I was like
yeah, yeah,
looking at the
though.
weekend, like you got bite marks on your neck, nigga. You a vampire.
My audio probably about to go out, bro. I gotta charge my laptop, but good. I'm gonna just plug it in.
I got, I got you. I got you. I got you. Um. Okay. Well. Let me see. What's a song in particular? Now I want the particular song. Okay. What's the song? Oh. Can you hear me? Oh.
Can you hear me?
Here you go. You got a
Yeah.
hook. You got it
Can you
hooked
hear
up.
me? Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I can hear you. Yeah. Now I'm saying what I want
Mm-hmm.
the particular song now. Like what song brings back a vivid memory, good or bad? and I want the story behind it.
Mm.
If you, just tell what you're willing to share. You know what I'm saying?
I can give you all three spectrums, though. If you want a good, bad, I can hit all three of them if you want. Like
Give
a
me
good one,
a
like you
good
put
one.
me in a
Give me
good
a good one.
mood.
Yeah. Something that brings back a good, vivid memory. No, let's do a bad one first.
Okay, I
Then
can
we'll
give you a
end
bad
off with the good one.
A bad one is it was a song called it's called Invisible Man by Jesse Powell. Yeah.
Man.
I'm gonna just leave it there. Yeah. I'm just leave it.
Okay.
I'll give you a little
Give us the.
I see that the podcast gonna be like I'm gonna just I was in a situation where I felt like that. And if everybody it's called just the dude RIP Jesse Powell called Invisible Man. If you listen to that song, you'll get exactly one. You heard it before? I'm sure you heard it.
Okay.
You heard it before.
No. I'm just reading between. I'm reading between the lines. I'm like, I think I kind of remember the. I think I kind of remembered like, or I can guess because I know.
Yes.
I could probably remember
it
the
was
time
I'll
frame.
put it like this.
But yeah.
It was before my situation. Let me just say that.
Gotcha.
But yes.
Gotcha. He's
That
in the
song
story.
put me there. Like when I heard that song, and then it came out around that same time. I was like, this dude know exactly what I'm going. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the bad. Yeah,
He started looking for cameras in his house.
Recording device in my house, you know? Yeah. Okay, a good one
what's
is,
a good one?
List. A good one is what's the title? It's a lot of them that take you back. You are not alone by Michael Jackson.
Ooh, that's a good one, son. That is a good one.
It's a good and bad because it brought me back to 95 when you and Kim was little and me and Aaron had y'all, and that song came out around that time, and that was such a good time. You know what I'm saying? It took you back to your innocence, where you are not alone. And You Are Not Alone is one of my all-time favorite songs.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, man, that song had me walking around with my shirt off, talk about you are not alone, man. He mad? Can you imagine me, little nigga, walking around the house, nipples out and all that, talk about you and kind of creepy when you think about it now. But hey, man, it was.
What makes it more creepy is who wrote the song.
Oh man, come on, man, leave my boy Mike alone.
R. Kelly wrote that.
R. Kelly wrote that song.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, I thought you was gonna say something else, dog. Hey, look, hey, I tell you, I don't think I would have told that story if I would. I ain't know that. Dang. Well, you found out here on the Mental Game Podcast. I ain't know that. Okay. Now I was an impressionable toddler at the time, so hey, y'all don't blame me. When you become a man, you put away childish things, right? Right? That's what they say.
Supposed to, but hey, it don't work out like that. But yeah, so it's that. But that one, I can go with a lot of songs, man. Like I said, Call Time is taking me back. New Edition with Can You Stand the Rain, which is another one of my all-time favorite songs. I know that's one of yours too. That's classic.
I got you. You starting to sound kind of low. I know your microphone thing went. Yeah, you got. You got to talk a little louder.
Can You Stand the Rain? That's
you good.
Classic. Top 5.
Top 5? No, definitely. Musically, I was raised in that. Y'all made sure I was raised with that whole band. I think I still got one of your jewel cases with that of that album, Heartbreak. I think I do. They scattered all around. They're in the box somewhere in here. Because I was looking through it. I was looking through a box the other day. I was like, man, where I get all these doggone CDs from? Knowing I don't have nobody's CD player. I was like, this got to be for Marcus. I know it. It's either Mama or Marcus. Because they the music people, the music connoisseurs.
Aaron got some of my stuff. You.
Dang, son. Okay. Well, all right. And I know we done kind of touched on this a lot during the show. Like, okay, do you think music like really, really helps with healing like trauma, or do you think in a lot of cases, it just fuels the fire.
It can do both. It can do
It can, yeah, it
both,
definitely
but
can
you
do
know,
both.
just like your podcast, mental. It's all about your mental and where you at. You know what I'm saying? Like you smart enough to know you got a beautiful daughter and you got TT. You're not gonna listen to nothing that's gonna make you go off on somebody and shoot them or kill them. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you know, just like with me, I'm on 45 for an hour.
Yeah.
I know that if I listen to something, I'm not gonna run over somebody or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to come back to my kids and my wife. I try to be at a, you know, because it can go both ways. You know, you got this. Again, they got this drill music. You know what I'm saying? That'll drive you crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, make you want to rob a bank or something. You know what I'm saying? You know, but now, you know, for me, you gotta be on that. You know, you can't do that type of stuff. So that's why I listen to more melody. His brothers, Johnny
Nah, I
Gill,
got
Luther.
I got you. You got it. You gotta talk loud because I'm not picking. I'm picking up some of you, but not all of it. Positive needed. All right. Okay. Well, all right, man. I mean, we're gonna start to wrap it up. But before we go, what advice would you give someone who's struggling mentally, but doesn't know how to connect with music as a tool? I'm not saying that I would, I would go on a tangent and believe that everybody listens to some type of music. But what kind of advice would you give somebody that just doesn't know, like, hey man, I can use this as an outlet. I can use this as something to kind of, you know, uh just take me out of this situation that I'm in temporarily, and kind of help me deal with, whatever it is that I'm going through. Like what advice would you give to somebody that's struggling mentally and that doesn't know that they can, you know what I'm saying?
There is a song that, you know, like songs do different things for different people. So you have to find if you in a rough place. My personal thing I would do is find that one song that'll take you back to when you was a kid, right? You know what I'm saying? Like nowadays it's hard. It's hard nowadays, but
Yeah.
back in the day I can listen to,
Mm-hmm.
man, they had this song, King Celebrate. I don't know if you remember this. It was a whole bunch of people.
By who?
It was like Mom
Nah.
had this album. It was Whitney Houston, the Fat Boys, Run DMC, Force MDs. I had to play that song for you. But it was like a song about Martin Luther King. It was like for his birthday.
Okay.
King Celebrate. That's the name of the song. It's an uplifting song, right?
Okay.
So like if I get down, I listen to that and that'll get me in the right, because you know what Martin Luther King stood for. You know, so you have to find that song. That was in my childhood. So you have to find that right song. And then YouTube will find other things within that genre, like in your you know, if you scroll down and you see like songs like you find songs like that. And you know, that's the only thing I would say is
Gotcha. Similar artists and similar feels
So
and
that's what
stuff
I would
like.
do. Just find a
Gotcha.
song, bro, in your childhood that just brought you joy. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and you do that. If you do that,
Mm-hmm.
then you should be all right, and you get you on a good foot.
For sure. What are 3 underrated songs that you would recommend? You know what I'm saying, for somebody who's struggling and that's in need of healing. Besides, I know
King
you said
Holiday
one,
is
King's
one.
Holiday.
Ooh, you put me on the spot on that one, Jay. That's a good one.
I thought you had your list, man. I thought you had your list ready, man.
That if you ready to make a baby, I ain't got no list.
Ah.
No list for somebody that's down and do nothing like that. You know, I'm sure they are. You know, because I'm sure there's something.
Well, hey man, we talk about mental healing, not sexual healing, man.
All in one.
Leave.
I'm trying to think, girl. You put me on the spot on that one, man. That's
Hey man, look, that's what I do.
Yeah,
That's what I do. You ain't no Reggie
I was
Study.
like all week I was thinking, so I said, I wonder if he gonna ask me more.